Hey guys, welcome to my channel Life of Ryan's, and today I'm not going to pretend that I'm a financial expert, and I'm not going to talk about my fitness um, daily life because it's actually quite boring compared to what I'm about to talk about. Um, um, let's um, let's say that I actually like reading books. I do like reading books, and especially self-help, non-fictions. As I the older that I get, I find that it's really hard for me to find time to read fictions. So I have been trying to. I have a couple of self-help book that I bought that is gathering. They are gathering dust in my bookshelf. So I hope that this will be a way for me to get through them, just to talk about on my YouTube channel. And today, the first book that I want to explore in on my channel is called 59 Seconds by Richard Wiseman, and I'm a very slow reader. So I'm just going to talk about the first portion of the book right now, which is called Happiness. And so according to Richard, we don't actually become a happier person by just thinking positively, because the more that we try to think positive, the more that the negative um, uh, things is going to stay in our head. So it's better off that we go off and do our to do our stuff in our life, other stuff, other normal stuff in our life, than keep thinking positive about situation. Because the more that we try to think positive about situation, the more that the negative stuff stay in our head. Just like chocolate, if you're on a diet. All right. If you're on a diet and you keep thinking chocolate is bad, I'm not gonna touch it, isn't it going to stay in your head all the time? Just go and eat whatever. I'm not saying go and eat whatever. Just go and do your normal stuff and just eat food. Then eventually it become a thing that you're not going to think about chocolate is bad, and then chocolate keeps staying in your head. And then kind of help you to eat reasonable amount of chocolate, right? I hope I'm right. I hope I'm giving you a good example here. If not, um, get the book and get a better insight of what he's trying to convey by saying that thinking positive doesn't make you become a happier person. But however, in his book, he said a pencil, a diary, kindness, and gratitude will help you to become a better person. Well, let's dig a bit deeper on why this helps you to become a better, happier person. Okay, so what I learned from the book is that happiness doesn't just flow from success. Yeah, I know I'm reading slides. That's why I made it for, right? It's actually causes happiness caused by success. If we successfully done something, we are happy. Not like we are happy because we're trying to do something. Um, well, let's just say it can go the other way, but then obviously if you're successfully done something, of course you're going to be happy, right? Successful people are happy because they are successful. Oh my god, my argument probably not very convincing. That's why go through the book, it will help. So what I'm trying to do here is to help you to explore a little bit from my point of view. My point of view probably not as clear as the 100,000 words in the book. This is just, what I gather from reading the books. And when we come to happiness, if you ask someone what makes you happy, most people will say money. Yeah, money always top the list for happiness. But the thing is, the book did explore the subject matters, and then they found that when people can afford things in their life, increase in money doesn't really result in significant happier life, which means that if you can buy food, you can, go and watch movie, afford to watch movie, afford to buy, afford to go shopping, it's not necessary you're gonna be happy if you're happier if you have more money. Only you only become less happy if you can't afford like necessity in life, like food, like pay rents. But if you can afford all those things in life, an income of interest, an increase of income doesn't really help you to become a happier person. And it's also said that unfortunately happiness is determined by genetic. 50% of them of our happiness is determined by what our parents passed to us by gene. But general circumstances, like situation that you're in, only affect 10% of your happiness. But what can make you a happier person is that if you behave like positively. This is kind of contradictory to what he said in the book. Thinking positive doesn't exactly help you to become a happier person. Interesting. He did explore that. In the book, it says that 40% of our happiness are affected by our day-to-day behavior, like being gratitude, or being a kind person, smile to other people, things like that. But isn't that thinking positive sort of like day-to-day behavior as well? That is interesting. Apparently writing is better than talking in terms of helping you to become a happier person, because writing helps you to create a storyline and a structure to make sense of things that are going on around you, so that you can work towards a solution, while talking is a bit like all over the places, like here. That's why I hope this slide will help you to get better at the ideas of what the book is trying to convey in its first portion, which is about happiness. So what are the happiness activity you can do to make you happy? Apparently writing a gratitude log, like let's say Tim Ferriss, I think, has done something similar. If you don't know who is Tim Ferriss, he's the writer of 4 hours work week. 4 hour, all the 4 hours book, like 4 hours body and then 4 hours chef, something like that. And he is angel investor, I think, what they call it. Anyway, back to the gratitude log. I guess if you write a log about things that you feel gratitude towards, like gratitude that I have a delicious lunch. I'm gratitude that I have a loving partner, or something like that. I don't have a loving partner, but that I'm gratitude that I can do what I want to do, which is something like this here. We're living a great time. I can have my YouTube channel. I can be a presenter. I mean, who cares that I don't have experience as a presenter, because I rule my worlds. I want to become a presenter, and I want to talk about things that I want to talk about in my YouTube channel. No one can stop me. Alright, that's what I'm gratitude for. Apparently, to become happy, to make you a happier person, sometimes it's good to write down a wonderful experience in the past, like going to Disneyland, enjoy the experience with your family, jumping off a plane, or bungee jumping, or hike Mount Everest, experience that make you happy in the past does make you happier if you think about it. Not necessarily something as big as hiking a Mount Everest, maybe just a wonderful 20th birthday with your family, 25th birthday with your boyfriend or girlfriend, things like that, and things that make you smile, things that you think about it make it happy. Alright. And what else can we do? Write down a realistic, perfect future, like something like 100K jobs with a big house and 2 dogs and Lamborghini. Now, of course, well, that could be quite realistic for some people, but other people like me, maybe just being able to afford to travel at least 2 months in a year, without really worrying about financial side of stuff, and being respected in my industry. Oh, this is my case. Your case could be different. Could be like, whatever realistic, perfect future, like realistic, not something unrealistic. Of course, well, no, think about your realistic, perfect future. It does have the effect to make you a bit happier. So give it a go. I'm really happier thinking about 2 months holiday, or maybe even 3 months holiday, without worrying about my financial side of things. And we can also write a short letter to someone who is very important in our life, not my life. No, well, if I'm doing it, yeah, in my life, of course. Like someone that like your mom. Don't necessarily have to give the letters to that person. I mean, I'll just write a letter, and say things that why they make you happy, why they're so important in your life, what they have done to make you a better person, stuff like that. Yeah, a short letter to someone who is very important in your life, our life, could make us a happier person. Just by thinking of that important person actually help us to become a better person. Like the guy that I secretly admire in my life, in my gym, I'm thinking about him and I'm kind of happy. Kind of make me smile a little bit, even though it can be a really bit sad that he might not be interested. Yeah, but it does put a smile on my face when I think about his face, his smile, yeah. Well, maybe down the track I will write a short letter to him without giving it to him. But yeah, that's up to me, and it's up to you, whoever that makes you happy, and then you write a letter to him or her, just to make you feel a bit better about thinking about the persons. And review what happened in the past week is a way to make you a happier person, because it kind of make you think about what you can improve in the past, what has happened in the past that is great, what has happened that in the past week that is not great, but it can make it better, like what I said, improve. Yeah, so these are all the happiness activities that you can do to become a happier person, become a better person that appreciate things around your life. Yeah, the more that you appreciate the things around in your life, the more gratitude that you shows to things around you. I guess it does in some way that helps you to live a happier life. And so, in the portion of in this portion of the book about happiness, it's also talk about the power of purchase. Power of purchase means, well, it could mean spending money on objects, but apparently, according to the research that the books explore, objects do lose their appeal over time. So when we do our retail therapy, buy things to make us happy, we might be happy when we get it, but then after a while, they might get outdated, they might get, they might be forgotten, they just sit somewhere in our closet or wardrobe or table or whatever for a period of time without us ever even notice them after a while. So spending money on objects, uh, according to the book, is not the best way to increase the happiness in our life. But apart, of course, the book does mention that for people who are a bit more materialistic, they might think that spending money on objects makes their life happy. And That's another way to spend money as well. Spend money on experience, like like going on a holiday, do a bungee jump, learn from an expert that you want to learn from. That promotes happiness-inducing behaviors, like especially holidays, or a dinner with families, because it allows you to spend time with people that you appreciate in your life. So that in that sense, that it makes you a happier person, and it's have a longer lasting memory. But it helps you to think when you're sad. I mean, when you're not happy, if you think about a good experience with someone that is precious, special to you, it does make you a happier person. But when you're sad, if you look at an object that has been, with you for a significant period of time, it might not have the same effect. It does mention that materialists tend to be a bit more self-centered. So if you like to spend money on objects, it kind of have like a negative effect on happiness over a long period of time, like because it's not sustainable. We human as a very sociable animal, so we like to share experience with other people. So experience in that sense would have a more positive effect on happiness, based on my understanding from the book. Alright, yeah, you can go ahead and read it yourself and have your own interpretation of the book. And yes, the root of materialism is low self-esteem. Okay, I better keep my mouth shut because I might get slapped if I explore this subject a little bit more. People might not be happy. Yeah, nobody wants to be told that they have low self-esteem. It's pretty much like a self-acknowledging quality. If you acknowledge it, yes. If you're not, whatever. That's what the book said. So spend money on others can increase happiness, which means that's not spend money on yourself. If you buy stuff for others, actually does help you to feel better about yourself, help you to feel better about your life. I've always think that the ability of giving is a gift. I hope that applies to here. Spend money on others can increase happiness because it's a gift. Yeah, only people with money can spend on others. Not necessarily. People doesn't have money can spend on others. It's just different way. Just kindness, just help. Instead of money stuff. And yeah, which brings me to the next point of the slide. Non-financial act of kindness increase happiness as well. So you don't necessarily have to spend money on others. You can spend time on others. You can spend time to help somebody to move house. You can spend time to help somebody to improve their language skill, like me. I'm not a native English speaker, and I'm not sure why am I doing this. Alright, so the conclusion from the power of purchase: buy experience. Experience over object. Go travel, go learn new stuff, go spend time having nice dinner with your family and your loved ones, instead of buying that Lamborghini. It doesn't mean anything after a while because we are so we as a human we adapt to our surrounding really fast. So if you have a Lamborghini for 3 months, I swear to God, it gives you more stress than happiness because you want to maintain it properly. Um, and Giving increase happiness more than receiving. Prove my point. The ability to give is a gift. Yeah, so give makes you a better person, makes you a happier person because you can only give when you can afford to give. Not necessarily financially. I mean, if um, your time you can afford to have to spend time helping someone, that's great. It makes you a happy person because can't we survive on being able to contribute. I guess in my opinion, it's not from the book. This is more my opinions. Um, yeah. So give more. Give more. All right. What's next? More happiness. How are we gonna have more happiness instead of writing your gratitude log? Writing a short letter to someone important in your life. Review your past week. What else have I forgot? What else have I learned? Alright, more happiness. Okay. Expression affect emotion and thought. Okay. In the book, it does give an example of the number experiments. Number experiment is they give them a couple of equations. I think one of the group would have to do it with a smile. Another one would have to do with another group of people would have to do it with a frown. The group of people that do it with a smile actually can finish the calculation faster and easier, while the one that was doing it with the frowns does add up the numbers slower because apparently smile is happy, frown is sad. When we're sad, we're not as effective. When we're happy, we are more effective in doing stuff. Same with the pencil experiment. Can't remember what is it about a pencil experiment. I know that one group would have to hold a pencil in their mouth with their lips without touching their teeth, which the sad face. Another one have to hold the pencil with the teeth without touching the lips, smiley face. And I think it's the experiments kind of shows that the people who done the experiment with the smile expression does have a better day after the experiment, does feel better about themselves, about the day itself, after the experiments. I hope I got it right. If I haven't, grab a copy of 59 Seconds. That's the book. Which way? Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. And how to be happier now? I guess smile is one of them. Smile is free. It's also mentioned in how to influence and God, I can't remember. It's by Dale Carnegie, the book, the famous book. It does say that smile, does help you to become a better person, does help you to communicate better and influence other people better. Yeah, smile. Smile is free. You can do it all the time. There's no requirement. Smile. Smile makes your life better. Smile makes everyone's life better, isn't it? And of course, sitting when you have to be aware of your sitting posture. Sitting up apparently shows that you have a better posture and you are a happy person. But when they do the experiment by sitting, they're aware that some women are not that confident when they're sitting up. Most likely it's because of their chest. And what is a better way to be more happy? Act happy. Act happy. You gotta. It's a very subtle thing. How do you act happy? You just have to act happy. Just treat other people better. Make jokes. Make other people smile. Kind of contradict to what he said earlier. Positive thinking is not necessarily make you a happier person, a better person. I'm kind of confused here, but I do agree that thinking positive about something does kind of constantly remind you of the negative things that you need to avoid. But acting happy, not necessarily acting happy. You try to be a happier person. In any situations. Do help you to become a happier person, because that's the point, right? Happy. Okay, and the book also talk about two change that kind of affect happiness. One is called circumstantial change. Another one is called intentional change. Circumstantial change is something like pay rise, living in a better house, etc., etc. Those are a better example that I can find. They do make you happy for a short period of time when it comes to a circumstantial change, because there's something called hedonistic habituations. Okay, I hope I pronounced the words right. That we adapt to our circumstance very fast. I mean, over a period of time, we get used to something. So we're not happy because we get used to it. We don't think about, we are happy because we get used to it. That is why intentional change increase happiness better than circumstantial change. What is intentional change? Intentional change is to avoid adaptation, avoid to do something that exciting at the start, and then start to gradually lose the excitement towards the end. Intentional is consistently doing something new. Okay, example is just right there. Starting new hobby, meeting new people. Like if you always play tennis, maybe go ahead and play badminton. They're kind of like the same thing. Like me, I do weightlifting, powerlifting, CrossFit. I even have interest to do strongman, if you know what I mean. Just to do something new, something that I enjoy doing, but same but different. Yeah. So, well, when you find that yourself struggling to be happier, maybe it's good to have some intentional change, right? Because change is constant. Change happens all the time. So if we don't change our circumstance, if we don't intentionally change, our circumstances will eventually change. So don't be afraid of change. And change is a way to increase happiness, especially intentional change. Okay, that's it for today's presentations. If you like the video, smash the like button. If you don't like the video, don't smash the thumbs down button. And if you like what I'm putting out here on my channel, please subscribe. And I have 10,000 things that I want to do, so I'm still trying to find my foot in, which I'm doing better. Maybe I will still do all of them, because I always think to myself, why are we have to be specialized in something where Leonardo da Vinci can specialize in so many things, can do so many things in his life, and can contribute so much in so many different things in his life. So that's my goal. Yeah, and actually my attention span get shorter and shorter as I grow older. So I can't keep doing the same thing all the time. So I might get back to pretend that I'm a financial expert. I like to watch TV, so I would do some TV review when the time is right. And I also have a lot of things that I want to do with these channels. So hopefully you enjoy what I put out here on my channel. If you like it or not like it, you are welcome to subscribe my channel. Alright, I'll better finish my video here, and I haven't finished the book, so I will have more things about this book that I like to talk about. So stay tuned. I'll be back. Hasta la vista. I always forgot. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Yes, I'm watching you. Watching me. See ya.